So hi everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Elizabeth from Sacred Earth and Storm School, and thank you for joining me. Um, Today is the 25th of July, 2025, and it's also known in terms of the Mayan sacred calendar called the Salkin. And as we know, it wasn't that the Mayan calendar ended in 2012. It was just one of the many, many cycles that ended. So the Mayan calendars continue in infinity, and it's a different way of relating to time. It's more connected to the true frequency of the earth and of cycles. So today is the day that's called Day Out of Time, which is actually a beautiful, amazing reminder for us that when we end something, like the end of the last year was yesterday, we need to reflect and take a sacred pause before we start the new. And why is that? Because if we just start the new without reflecting and without making real inner change that has occurred, we just repeat the same. We might as well just stay in the old cycle. Just because it has a new form doesn't mean that the energy or the content is different. So this day in between is very, very important. It's like it's an out breath before we breathe in again, and it's very conscious. So um, and also it's a day really in a way meditating, pondering, considering peace and community, which is also very much these new Aquarian qualities that we're all busy stepping into and remembering. And the earth is very much resonating with already and inviting us to become more aware and hold in our hearts. So the new year, the Mayan year, starts tomorrow, which is the 26th. And also the Mayan calendar, like most ancient calendars, like the Egyptian calendar, etc., is timed with the rising of the star Sirius, which is the brightest star in our heavens. And that occurs at the end of July, like we've just had the Sirius gate. And it's really about, like in Egypt especially, it was marked by the flooding of the Nile. It was the beginning of a time of fertility, of abundance, also for agriculture, etc. So, everything was very much related to abundance, but also our abundance with the earth. There's enough food, and that we can prepare the land, for a really good harvest for that season and that cycle. So there was a great awareness of the connection between the planets, the stars, and also, agriculture. And the Incas, that I love dearly, same concept. All ancient civilizations, they knew that the survival of the civilization totally depended on practical aspects like food. If there was enough food, the people would be nourished, and there was time for other things instead of just living on survival. And I'm sure that you can all relate to it, that in some way we've been living in a drought. It's like a drought of consciousness, where we've been running on a little treadmill, of lack. And this is what really is now changing, and we're becoming more aware, and we almost being deprogrammed, from that very old limited thinking, which is a lie. So let's look at the new cycle. The new cycle, and here this coming in, we've just come out of a cycle, this old year that completed yesterday, was the blue storm. And a blue storm is very much about, in the Mayan, about rejuvenation. It's like having a thunderstorm. It's intense, it's tumultuous, but it brings new life. It's essential for new life. So it can be quite dramatic, it can be quite challenging, but it's essential for life. It's revitalizing. So we're just coming out of that cycle now, and we're moving into tomorrow. The new year is called a yellow resonant seed year. And so seed is about this beautiful aspect of planting a seed deep down in the ground, in the darkness. And the seed is invited by the sun to start to open up. And the seed is very comfortable. So just imagine this is a bit almost a symbol also for humanity. We're very comfortable in our you know, our safety zone, our what's normal, what we used to. Even though it's deep down in the earth and it's in darkness and we're not really growing, it's a comfortable, it feels safe because it's known. But the sun comes and it invites the seed to wake up and say, you have everything you need in this seed. It may seem so small, it may seem so insignificant, but you have the potential to grow and to move upwards and go out of the ground. You're still in the ground, but now you can actually be above the ground and you can start to flourish and grow. And ultimately, the outcome of the yellow seed is flowering, that you can actually prosper and flower. And there's a tremendous rising up, a tremendous growth, a tremendous vitality of being able to move out of the earth, push up, expand, open up, grow, and become this immense blessing of flowering in the world. So this is a wonderful, I feel, as always, perfectly timed opportunity for us to, in the next 365 days until the 24th of July 2026, for us to start becoming aware that this energy is now being supported by the universe, by the earth, by these sacred cycles that the calendar measures. And so there's an ability to be able to expand and to transform. It's not even transformation, it's metamorphosis. If you think that seed becomes a flower, a plant with beautiful flowers, it doesn't look like the seed. There seems to be no relationship to a seed, but yet it was a seed. The seed has everything that it requires. It's just the sun is waking it up. The sun is helping it, and the earth is there around it. So it's saying to us, you may feel that, how am I going to grow? Or I don't have these skills, or I don't know enough, or I'm blah, 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 not enough. Something is not enough, or I haven't got the capacities. How do you know? You're a seed, and you just have to start to trust that you have everything you need. Greg Braden speaks so beautifully about the God code. We have so much in our DNA. It's actually encoded, it's there. And we're busy starting waking up that everything is in us and in our bodies. But we have to remember, and we have to have the courage. This is the big challenge for the yellow seed, is to step out of the comfort zone. And the comfort zone is just the known. It's limited, it's small, it's okay, but don't stop there. Start to expand, start to open up. So where can you start to open up? And the part of this yellow seed, which is the feminine toning in the energy of the new year, it's called resonant. And resonance is all about becoming inspired. Inspire yourself for a new project or projects. And with that, you start to inspire others. And you start to inspire the world. So there's a beautiful relationship between being, knowing this immense potential that we have for growth, for flowering, for abundance. Because that's what flowering is, isn't it? It's an abundant feeling. There's something beautiful emerges, and there's growth. But with that, there's also this beautiful energy of becoming inspired. So what can you become inspired about? And that's the question I'm asking myself, because when I talk about things, I'm talking to myself. We all have the same almost opportunities and awarenesses that we can have, and challenges sometimes. But what if this doesn't need to be a challenge? What if this can be an opportunity that we can grab with both hands, and we can start to open up and trust? Because the seed has to trust the sun. The sun, the seed doesn't do it on its own. It has to receive the light. It has to receive the inspiration of the sun in a way, the blessing of the sun, the warmth, the awakening of the sun. And as we are at the moment, which is really beautiful, also in the sun sign of Leo, Leo represents the sun. That sense of awakening, of being seen, showing up, creativity. So what creativity can you bring into your life? Through inspiration, to start something new. It could be a new project. It could be a new perspective of you, expression of you. It could be something external, like a new business or a new idea that you would like to explore and bring into the world. And for you, you're doing it because you love it, not because you have to, not because you want to impress anyone, not because you feel you need to achieve, not because none of those old stories. That is so not the energy anymore. The energy is about self-expression, and it's about generosity, because that's also so Leo. Leo loves sharing. Leo is very generous. To be generous with you, generous with your talents, generous with your time. That can benefit all, because that's so much this new Aquarian energy, and also with Uranus now being in Gemini. How can you communicate and express yourself in the world for the sake of it being joyful and fun and just an immensely pleasurable thing for you, because you know it's contributing to you, but it's also contributing to everything and to all. And what's very, very strong today as well, on the day out of time, is the earth is saying, please remember, and we do, but now we're really making this real, that everyone is equal. Everyone is important. We're just different. Nobody's more important than anyone else. We all have a role to play. We all are part of this massive puzzle. And if one thing is missing, one person is not present, it won't be a beautiful, complete puzzle. So let's remember that we all are important. Everything. We may be different, we may be at different stages, doesn't matter, but we are all important, we all matter. And you know what? The earth knows you. She knows us all individually, and she loves us, and she sees us. And in her perception, we are all beautiful, we are all magnificent, and we're here to play, we're here to explore, we're here to create. Time is art, the Mayans say. Time is not money. Time is not the old paradigm of the old program, the old calendar, Gregorian calendar of the 12 months, etc., which excludes the feminine of the 13. And that is time is money. It was based on the collection of taxes by a very hierarchical system that says, yes, I collect the taxes and you pay it. We're not equal. This is not about that at all. It's a most mundane, it's so last season, perception of why we're here. We're not here to pay taxes. We're not here to slave away, to make money so that we can pay tax, basically, and survive, and be caught up in a system that is so harsh and so much full of suffering, and it's killing our bodies, basically, and it's killing the earth. So that's over now. We're really moving out of it, especially this year. With all the planetary changes, all the outer planets are changing signs, etc., which is unheard of. And they will be fully in that next year. So, we're here to create. Time is the most precious gift we've been given, so that we can create. We're creating anyway, but what are we creating? Are we creating our lives as art, as an artwork for us, not to impress someone, not to prove anything, but because we know that this is what we'd love to do. This is what's giving us satisfaction, self-worth, a reason to live. It gives meaning to life. Or are we here to, what is it for you? It's different for everyone, but we're here as creators to be consciously creating. And what are we creating? This is so crucial for the future, for humanity, to hold your dream in your heart. Next year in February, and we already had a taste of it on the 18th of July, Neptune and Saturn will be exactly conjunct, which means that they're totally in the same place in the zodiac and in the sky, in the first degree of Aries, which is the creator point, or as I call it, the resurrection, gate of resurrection is beautiful for me. It's like a beautiful white horse that's been stabled, that's yearning to come out, and it's going to. The gates are literally opening. It's busy opening, but it will be fully open on the 20th of February, and we can actually bolt out of that stable and be free and start to make our dreams real, because that's what Saturn is saying. Neptune is about having dreams, and Saturn says make it real, give it structure, give it physical reality, and be present with it. Create new structures for this. How can you anchor this in the material world? So we're busy building up to that. But the yellow seed is there. The new Mayan year is reminding us to say, remember. The earth would so love you to remember, or to know, or to just entertain the thought, or just receive this possibility that you actually have so much inside of you, you're just not aware of it. And until you make that choice to move out of your comfort zone, to start something, to be moved and allow your heart to open by the sun, to be inspired, to inspire yourself, to be inspired by the earth, by things around you that touch you. Out of all of this destruction that's happening around us, how can it inspire you to make something, do something else? What if that's actually the greatest opportunity, because you're so aware of what touches you, what's important for you? We all touched by different things, and that's a clue as to what you can do and what is important for you, and what is actually also part of your gift. What is specifically held in your seed where you can make a difference, and you can feel that sense of expression, self-expression, having impact in the world. And what will it take for us to be more kind to ourselves and kind to others? And for me, I would love to share this perspective that I have about kindness with you as we kind of end this transmission. Is kindness isn't being nice to someone. That's not actually kindness. It could be kindness, but that's not how kindness is much more. And kindness is an awareness of how some kind of action or way of being will affect others and yourself, and then choosing from there. So there's an awareness, and there's a caring about the impact that we will have on others, but also on ourselves. And when you choose from that is immensely caring and kind. So let's start to create this very, very different way of being, where there's kindness in the world, and where we're kind to ourselves, because it has to start there. If I don't know what kindness is, how can I possibly show that to someone else? I would have no concept of it. It's impossible. It's actually energetically impossible. So kindness starts with being kind to ourselves. And when we're kind to ourselves and kind to others, you know what? We'll be kind to the earth, because it's just a given. It's all the same thing, but it has to start with self. So I wish you all the most beautiful blessings for this coming Mayan year, this cycle that's defined as such, by starting now for the next 365 days. And let's create, let's focus and be determined and create a peaceful, amazing, happy world. So with many blessings, Elizabeth.